Hi everyone, welcome back to my Beach Angel Tarot shop. And I am here to do my Goddess Yemaya, Womb of Creation for the month of June 2020. As you can see, I'm back in my space. I'm back in my Pennsylvania reading room, back on South Farm. And of course, wishing I was still in Florida, but can't be. Right now, in this space and time, we cannot bilocate. For real. So I have to stay here until I can actually travel back there physically. So my heart and soul is there, of course. But anyway, we're going to dive in. I was guided to use the same decks that I used for, let's see, April and May. However, since I came home and I unpacked, I could only find the main deck. I couldn't find the one that was gifted to me by a beautiful soul sister. It was a mermaid deck too with like a shimmery to it. I looked and looked and I can't spend time looking anymore. I honestly don't know what I did when I unpacked where it went. So it's not meant to be. I'm going to open with this. It's perfectly fine. If I find it in the interim, I will use it next month. So that being said, I'm just going to dive right in. I also forgot to bring with me my card stand, my little thing that holds my cards when I do my readings. So it is still down there as well. And I'm going to just kind of hold them up so you can see them as good as I can and then try to like put them here. Yes, I have Santa out. I just gave into the energy. I am a huge Santa fan, but of course, Saint Nicholas, you know, who is a true saint, so I definitely just gave into it and thought, well, you know what, I'm just going to have him out here too with me. And but you know, if you know anything about Saint Nicholas, he too was connected to the sea and to the ocean, which I was thrilled to find out when I did more research on him, because you know we're always thinking about Santa Claus, but there is a whole thing. I'm going to stop ranting about Saint Nicholas, but anyway, I absolutely love him. And so yes, you're going to see that here probably in my space a good bit, even though it's not Christmas and it's not Christmas in July. It's okay. So I'm focusing on our June. Focusing on our June and the angels. Archangel Michael's guiding us in space together in our energy. And we're going to see what messages come from Goddess Yemaya for June 2020. Whoa, did you see that? I just kind of flew out. I love it when they flip-flop out like a fish. Okay. I'm going to look at the undercurrent because I'm big on undercurrents. And it's Song of the Siren, the call, summoning, a voice to acknowledge. So there is some, I was going to say communication, but confirmation. Wanted to actually come out of there. So, you know, you may get some communication in June that confirms something for you. But the card that's coming up is transparency, honest, authentic, genuine, and present. Now, I'm not going to be reading from the book. So our June is going to hold a lot of this, being able to see clearly, right? There's going to be people around us that are being true, which was a feel for our, you know, May energy when I was doing that reading. It was talking about trusting people and people reflecting back to you where you're at inside, right? Like we're pulling people in situations to us that reflect our inner beliefs, and it's not a judgment call about those people because we're actually the core of what we're drawing to us, and seeing more of that and seeing it more clearly as well. Kind of looking back and going, oh, I see now. Oh, I get it. You know, you can kind of see what brought you to this point and what feelings you were holding inside. So there's not just, this isn't again coming towards you and other people being truthful, but it's a realization of the truth within inside yourself when you're being true to yourself, seeing things clearly. So there is a lot of energy coming up, that honest, authentic, genuine, and present. And it's interesting, the word present, because I was talking to a new friend that I have just made, and I said, you're present. You know, you seem to me to be very present in the moment, and it holds so much value. I mean, you can really feel the value in that presence, because a lot of times today we're busy, you know, we're hearing here, we're hearing there, and their energy just feels so there, you know, so solid, so present, you know, so you can't really, there's more to the feeling, you know, but putting all the words, but present is the one, and that is such a present. And it's funny, we were leaning this card up against Saint Nicholas, and it is actually a gift, you know, that presence that people show up with. If you can show up with presence for someone, not presents like gifts, but if you can show up with that energy of being present for them and holding space for them, it is such a true gift, and it's going to be felt by others, and you're going to feel it coming from others, and they're going to feel it coming from you. And so there is that clarity and exchange. And actually being able to pinpoint what it is that you're feeling. So, and it could even be that you're learning how to voice that. You're learning to put words with those feelings to communicate that more clearly as well. But there is a lot of communication that is going to be more honest, more clear, and being able to voice what it is that you're feeling within other people. So that is very beautiful how that came out together. So yeah, I'm gonna put this over here, and we're gonna. I could probably did all with June with just looking at those, but I'm gonna move on. Focusing on our June. Hopefully it's not too dark in here, people. I'm going to hold these up one more time before I move on so you can see them. I have something propping up my camera because, of course, I forgot I have a little desk tripod, 3-fingered little thing, that I put down, and I left it in Florida as well. So this is the card, and this was on the undercurrent of what's going on around us, and this is our energy. Well, there's going to be another card for the overall energy for June, but this is going to be a big part of it. And like I said, the word present really is what drew me, because I just recently had that conversation with a good friend. Their energy is very present, and you can really feel it, and it feels different than a lot of the things that I felt in the past, So it really says that June is going to be pretty amazing energetically. Feeling support. Definitely feeling that support. Okay, they're saying now. So here we go. Overall energy, of course, beyond these two. I'm just going to stick them over there because it's going to start adding up. So our overall energy for the month of June 2020, and it is, wow, I love that, because I think this has repeatedly come up. And I love how cool this is, because this is why I was guided to this, because things are going to repeat. And the last month, they repeated from April. But this card has come up for April, May, and now June. And it's moved into the placements, and now it's the first card out. So our overall energy is a new dawn. And this card has particular meaning to me as a message to me from my dad in spirit. So I love seeing it. So there could be, because of that reason, there could be someone that's in spirit that is communicating to you. A new day is dawning on your life. You can put it that way. So there's new energy about you. And it's again, like sensing that new energy in other people. But just remember, you can't sense something that you're not holding within yourself. So if you're sensing that in someone else, they're sensing that in you. And that's kind of the drawing. That is what is drawing it together. So the overall energy for us is a new day is dawning, and not just for us on an individual level. It can go into around the collective energies right now, but there is more light coming in, and of course, as more light comes in, and we are anchoring in the light on Gaia because we are light workers, is stirring up, and you're seeing more of the dark energies because it's just a balance of that. But there is a lot of injustice here that is being cleared, and I'm not going to get into all that because I could go on and on. But we all know what is occurring here. As a light worker, you definitely know what's happening. But it is saying the worst is now behind you. The positive new experiences are on the horizon. Now, I don't know that I can say that for the grand collective, and I think there's going to be some more things unfolding that we're going to definitely see that can be a little bit disturbing for those that aren't aware of the grander scale. I mean, they are disturbing, don't get me wrong, but when you're in a higher understanding, you can see the bigger picture. But definitely on an individual and collective energy, yes, this is true in some sense, but we are still going to see residual things happening. So I don't want to say, oh, everything's airy-fairy and there's not going to be anything else happening. To the contrary, I think there's going to be a lot more things popping off. But anyway, for June, the worst is now behind you. The positive new experiences are on the horizon. And I feel it's a large part of seeing, new and different energies and people that have value and is a true gift to you and to them from you as well. So that is the message that's coming. A new day is dawning on your life in the month of June, and you're going to be seeing that and sensing that. So what she wants to see us spend more time on in the month of June 2020, and that is positive energy. And that's no surprise because, of course, we always want to be, spending more time being positive. But right now, like I was saying about, the collective energies, it's a good time to focus on the positive and not allow yourself to be pulled into the fear and the anger and all the disturbing, things. And not that they too don't hold value. I don't want to say that, pointing a finger at those energies and saying they're wrong. But right now, what is needed most for us individually and on a collective is positive energy. So she wants us to focus that surrounding. And there again, it goes back to this feeling of, what we just talked about here. Surround yourself with positive people and situations. Avoid negativity. So, I'm not saying don't watch the news. I don't particularly watch it. I watch enough to be informed, and I turn it off. I don't sit there and watch, things over and over and over again. There's way more to life than sitting and watching negative things. So watch what you need to know to stay informed and intelligent, and then turn it off and do something positive. Surround yourself with positive people and situations, and avoid negativity. So do that as much as you can, even in little increments if it's possible. And it can make a huge difference. Sometimes as individuals we think, what change can we make? If you are being a positive person and you are living your dreams, you are making a change, because you're setting an example to others that it can happen. If I can do it, you can do it, that kind of energy. So you are making a change, even though at times you may feel like you're not. It doesn't take a lot to make a change, and you're making a change just by being you and having an upbeat and high vibe, attitude, and seeing the positive versus the negative. So spending more time on that and thinking about it in that way in the month of June is going to be important. Just looking at that, I just want to kind of see a lot of dolphins. It's pretty. Okay, I'm going to move on. I thought there was something else coming out of there, but not right now. Okay, your love life for the month of June 2020. And for me, this is funny. This was in last month's reading where, I can't remember what placement. I think it was in something she wanted to help us cleanse, and it was helpful people, and it kind of stopped me, and I felt into it, and when I felt into it, it told me she wanted to help us cleanse not trusting people. And it was that feeling of what we're drawing to us by our inner conflict and our inner our own, what we're feeling inside about ourselves, we're drawing to us outwardly. So it's interesting to see this, because love life, yes, it can be romantical for sure. But for me, it's about loving life, and then everything else kind of just falls into place naturally. So seeing it in this placement, after seeing it in what she wanted to help us cleanse last month, and like I said, it was about helping us cleanse not being able to trust people and not knowing who is worthy of our time. And because time is precious, it's a commodity. You don't just throw your time to people that don't deserve it or, aren't worthy of it. So she was trying to help us cleanse that feeling. And so to see it here in your love life, so that tells me that whoever you may have been thinking you couldn't trust or you had doubts about, that person is showing up in your love life placement that they are. So you may have worked something out between last month and this month. As a love of life in general, it's about looking at the groups of people and those that are around you in a different way, and being able, not just the people, but being able to trust life itself, in a different way, and loving your life in a more trustful way, in a more present and trustful way. Let's put it that way. So this is interesting, very interesting to me how that's kind of playing out. So it says, heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see results yet. And again, I think when I picked this up, there's people, well, that's not a person. For me, it's kind of like a person, but there is people and things in the undercurrent that you can't see. And there was a person back here by this tree. I remember pointing them out, and they were carrying something. So, there are, like I said, it's saying heaven is helping you. There's things going on behind the scenes and things going on around you that you're not yet aware of. They haven't kind of popped up to the surface, or they haven't kind of come into your view yet. But just know that everything is working out, and there's unseen helpers helping you as well in your love life, romantical, and in your love of life. And like I said, if you're loving life truly and living your best life and living your dreams, everything kind of just falls into place, I believe. And again, it is that Santa thing. If you believe, then that's half the battle. So if you don't believe it, I don't think you're ever going to see it. Well, you might get lucky. I don't even want to say that. So see how I don't even want to go down that road. All right. So We're going to go to finances. We're going to move along, but that was rather interesting to me. So your love life, there's going to be someone too in your romantical that can help you, that is trustworthy, and perhaps is even present. And in your love of life, same scenario. You are being helped by the universe as you're loving your life, and things will fall into place. Not saying you don't have to take any action steps, but I feel like you'll see them easier. When you're loving life, you get the signs easier. You fall into the synchronicities more easily because you're not you're not battling at life. You're not shaking your fist at it. You're not ruminating. You're engaged in it. You're fully aware and present in your life. So it's rather interesting. So number 4, finances for June. Ready, set, go. Oh, I like it. Now is the perfect time to dive in and embrace your heart's desire for finances. So this feels like the Fool to me. So it can mean take a risk. Now I'm not saying bet the farm on anything, but even gambling. I'm not much of a gambler. You can buy a scratch off if you want. But it's kind of like time to kind of just move forward and take a risk at something. If you're looking for a new job, I don't think right now is probably the greatest time to be switching or changing because of what's happening in the world. But there is a time to take action on something. There is time to move forward, and it feels it could be feeling a little bit risky, but it is. It's like kind of go time. I'm hearing the word go time. I'm hearing the words go time for your finances. So if there's been an idea, like you have an idea for an ebook, or you have an idea for a online course, or to do something on the side to make money, or to have more free time so you can enjoy and love your life, it's time to take action steps on that, because this is like 1, 2, 3 too. So it's like maybe making a list of action steps you need to take and taking it little bits at a time, taking one step at a time. But it's saying now is the perfect time. Now's the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire for your finances. And it may be the perfect time to make an investment. It may be a perfect time to spend your money and purchase something that you want to as well, even though it may not feel that way with the world events, but it's indicating it is a perfect time in regards to finances, and that'll come to everybody in a little bit different way. So what she wants to help us cleanse in the month of June, accept heaven's help. You've prayed for help, so get I have to laugh at this one because I am so I have a friend that knows me well, and she's gonna say yep. So yeah, get out of the way. So it's like you've asked for help. No, I see all these little birds just going, yes, but was that a sign? Like I'll ask for a sign and I'll get the sign, and then I'll say, but was that really a sign, or what did that actually mean? So then I kind of confuse the energy, and it's like all this stuff's around me because I keep saying, was that really truly a sign? I keep, second guessing is the word. So she wants to help us cleanse that kind of mind clutter. When it's clearly a sign and you clearly have an inner knowing, and it's as bold as the writing on the wall. Yes, it's coming to you. Yes, it's happening. Yes, your prayer has been answered. So she's helping us cleanse any of that second guessing and the questioning and the ruminating and the constant wondering and the curiosity. Myself as a reader, I have a humongous curiosity for things and, questioning and wanting to know what's happening, that kind of thing, which is fun. I mean, it can be fun. It's like a puzzle trying to work things out, but sometimes it can create, a barrier to you. And there's so much, I see this like two ways. I see this as all the things trying to come to you, all the help that's trying to come to you. And then I also see it as like for someone like me that can kind of just be very curious and questionable. And I keep, is that a sign? Is this mean that? Like, I'm actually burying what's trying to come in, even though there's a lot trying to come in to help me. So she's trying to point that out, like, hey, just have some trust, have some faith. You've prayed. We're helping you. It's coming. Just let it ride. So she's helping us cleanse that way of being. If you're that way, I know I am, because I think it's just the nature of how I am and what I do. So it's like I'm used to helping people get to the bottom of things, and so that's just one of the things I like to do for myself. Like, what is happening here? But it can clog the energy up when we consistently do that, because it feels like we're not trusting the universe, right? When you continually question over and over, it's like grabbing a deck of cards and asking a question, and you get the answer, fine, and then you go, oh no, oh my God, let me ask it again. You know what I mean? Like, you can't keep doing that, because it's gonna muddle the message up. You got to let it go. All right, so the seed of new energy, number 6, seed of new energy on the new moon of June 21st. So the new moon will be on June 21st. Oh, God. And that's another thing. We're having eclipses in June. 2 eclipses. So I'm not going to go there, but it reminded me of that. Seed of new energy on the new moon of June 21st. So what should we plant? What seed of new energy, good new energy, should we plant? Empowerment. Well, of course. So to plant the seed of empowerment, and it says you're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful, which goes along with stop questioning. If you know who you are spiritually, and that's not like being, that felt like it could be misconstrued as, but we're all that way, not just certain people. We're all that way. We all have our soul and our soul self. Wow, there was an explanation point. We all have our soul and our soul self that is very powerful. And I just had that thought come to me, and I put a post up about miracles. And it's our soul making a way out of no way. And when you know that, when you know your soul has the capability, not you as a human, because we have our ego and we have all of our 3D stuff, but your soul, you're attached to your soul. Each one of us, not just certain people, all of us have that ability. Sorry, I'm picking up what fell over there. We all have that ability. And so a miracle, the thought that came to me from soul, my spiritual team, is that your soul can make a way out of no way. So when you feel like it's impossible, forget it. It is possible. Your soul is seeing what's happening. Your spirit guides, your angels are all seeing what's happening. And it can happen. They can make it happen. It can make it happen. Your soul, which is you, can make it happen. So plant that seed. Plant that seed. A miracle is your soul making a way out of no way, because that had just come to me. About a week or 2 ago. I don't know when it was, but and I knew that, but when it came to me that way, I was like, yeah, that's true. So you're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful. It's safe. So that's the seed to plant. What good thing is coming to a completion by the full moon in July, which is July 5th? And is have faith. It's funny, kind of funny. Your prayers are manifesting, remain positive, and follow your guidance. Have faith. Oh, it's like you have it. Okay, I get it. Like you say, oh, you need to have more faith. But no, by July 5th, you have the faith. Like you have it. You're not just saying, oh, you need to have more faith, or you need to have faith that this is happening. Maybe you were wanting something and you needed to have faith, and then that thing comes to you. So for everybody it could be a little bit differently, but I heard this as you have faith. You have it. You have the faith. Like it comes to you. So there's something about faith here and having the faith in July 5th. Your prayers are manifesting, remain positive, and follow your guidance. Guidance. I feel like guidance is coming too. There is something with this last word that kind of popped. Follow your guidance. Faith guidance. There is something about guidance that's coming to us by July 5th. And you have something that you may have been thinking, oh, I need, you've been feeling, oh, I need to have faith that this is going to unfold. That thing could come, but I feel like there's guidance coming and you actually are faithful, or you're having that, a deeper sense of faith. I don't know how to describe it. Again, I need a different word, but yeah, it's like it arrives, like faith arrives. It'd be like as if somebody's name was Faith, and then there they are, here comes Faith. But it's like actually it feels tangible. Also, guidance is coming. Follow that guidance faithfully. And I think there's a song. If the song that I'm hearing comes to me, I will link it below. So hopefully everyone has enjoyed this reading, and hopefully this will upload before tomorrow. It's 24 minutes. Yeah, so angel blessings to everybody. Oceans of love, and I will see you. I probably will be back to do a couple pick-a cards. I haven't done any for a while. Now that I'm back in my space and getting myself rested from the trip up, I will be back to do some pick-a cards and different things. So angel blessings to everyone. Oceans of love, and we'll see you for a pick-a card, or we'll see you for July's Yemaya.